Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and this is a Magic Review. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. Wow, another cool trick from João Miranda. If you don't know, recently, João Miranda has been putting out a ton of really cool, like, electronic gizmos, and SenseTag is super cool. This is a collab that he did with Julio Montoro, and it's currently available at hocus-pocus.com for $100. What is SenseTag? SenseTag is a trick that you're going to do with a nickel. All right, so you have a nickel, and you're going to talk about having this ability to make coins vanish, right? You're going to have your spectator hold out their hand, have them sign one side of the nickel. You turn it over, sign the other side of the nickel. So there's no confusion. They're gonna curl up their hand and they're gonna be able to feel the nickel in their hand. Obviously, it has not disappeared. And then you're gonna talk about how you lose things, right? As a magician, things vanish. And so you now put air tags on everything so that you don't lose anything. And you can bring out your phone and show the little air tag sensor, locator, and you bring out your air tag and say, see, if I bring it near the air tag, you know, it knows where it is. But then something happens to your phone and it says low battery. Not the phone, but the air tag. The air tag's battery is low. And so you crack the air tag open and pull the battery out, but upon closer inspection, you reveal that it's actually the nickel. The nickel's about the same size as a battery. And you can show the signatures on both sides, and when you point to the spectator's hand, they open up their hand, and they're holding the battery. They're holding the battery from the air tag, and you're holding the signed nickel. So, what is this? This is nesting boxes, really, right? It's like coin to nesting purses, or ring to nesting purses. That's really what it is. You're taking a small, round object, vanishing it, and then finding it nested inside of an air tag. Now, this is not a real air tag. This is a completely manufactured gimmick that João Miranda has put a ton of R&D into, tons of research into. He's had so many prototypes trying to make something that's exactly like an air tag. So stickers, decals, looks, this isn't gonna look fake or like a knockoff. This is gonna look like the legit thing. In fact, your $100 is gonna give you a key and keychain as well. So you're able to clip this onto a key, onto a keychain, bring the entire thing out, show the air tag, pop it open, and the nickel will be inside of that. Your $100 also gives you the loading device. So you have a professional loading device that's gonna clip onto the back of your belt, probably, or the back of your pants. You'll be able to do your misdirection, and João Miranda and Julio Montoro are gonna cover all the misdirection, be able to go back to the air tag, pull it out, and by that time, you're already a step ahead. The coin is already loaded inside. So, let's talk about the trick. You're gonna need a nickel, right? Or a 1p coin. That's about the size we're talking. And the reason why is because that's the same size as a battery. They didn't want to make it any larger to host, you know, like what we would probably say, oh, I'd feel more comfortable if it were a quarter. Yeah, but a quarter is not the same size. And if you make the coin bigger, then everything else has to be bigger. And so they wanted it to be the same size as a real air tag, just so that there wouldn't be any, you know, doubt. It would look legit, okay? So I told you what was in the box. In addition to that, you're also going to get link to the training. There's 7 video files, and there's an 8th video file that you're going to load on the phone. So you're not really getting an app, okay? You're not really getting any sort of, you know, thing you have to navigate to. There's no web interface. There's nothing. You don't need internet for it. It's just a video file that plays, that's timed, that, you know, helps you do your reveal. So you'll have access to that as well. What's the overall quality and production value of the video? It's well shot, nothing distracting. João Miranda is pretty much doing all the filming. As far as what they teach you, you get an intro. They talk about what you get. There's a studio performance. There's an explanation. With both creators together, you will learn the entire trick in about 20 minutes. Then they're gonna have a video about wearing and loading the gimmick. João does a picture-in-picture walkthrough of the performance with commentary. And then there's a video about specifications as far as coins and dress code. Pocket space, I mean, it's about the same size as a small pager. So if I were gonna say like the loading device, it would look and feel like you had a, like from back in the 90s, like a pager clipped to your back pocket. So if you wanna leave it exposed, I mean, that's up to you. You'd probably wanna wear like a overshirt or a jacket to cover that up. But angles are going to be completely covered behind you. There's nothing to find, and everything's inspectable at the end. There's nothing gimmicky or secret about the AirTag itself. It's going to come apart. It's going to look just like an AirTag, and you know the nickel can be inspected all day long, or given to them to keep as a souvenir because it's got their signature on it. I wouldn't want them to look too closely at the battery, but you're going to just take the battery off their hand and show them it's a battery, right? Who needs to inspect a battery? Slights and difficulty level, really the easiest thing to do is the Shuttle Pass. That's like, all you're doing is really a switch and ditch, right? That's it. So you can use whatever slight you want. They're gonna teach you a Shuttle Pass. So that's the hardest thing in the entire thing. So setup and reset, obviously you have to load the AirTag into the loading device, clip it to your belt, and you're all set for the next performance. And really, it's probably something simple enough that you could just turn around really quick, set it up for the next table. If you were table hopping, I wouldn't even think you'd need to go off stage. Obviously, you got to take the AirTag, it's in pieces. You obviously have to put it back together again. So yeah, it should be pretty smooth. Positives, what a fun interpretation of, you know, ring to purses or coin to purse or coin to box. You know, when you do these nesting things, sometimes the kind of shocker is, why do you have all these boxes? Or why do you have all these purses? Or why do you have multiple drawstring bags, right? And this looks just so much more 2024, right? It's an AirTag. People have seen it. And you know, the other good news is you don't need a Mac. You don't need an iPhone. No one's even gonna be thinking about that. No one's gonna be thinking, hey, you're using a Droid phone, but you're using an AirTag. Like you don't need an iPhone. I've seen so many of these tricks lately where they say, well, you have to have an iPhone or you can't do the trick. I'm like, thanks, right? But you don't need an iPhone for this too, so that's awesome. Negatives, I think some people will say they wished that it would hold a quarter. I think, you know, that's probably gonna be the big one. People are gonna say that they don't like working with a nickel size. But the nickel looks more like a battery in shape and size and weight, and it's going to be easier as far as all the engravings that are on the outside too. I find a lot of nickels, they're more smoother on both sides. Quarters have a lot more bumps and ridges. So even though it might not be ideal for you to use a nickel, I think it works best for the theme of the trick, okay? But is it worth your money? It's $100. It's $100 for a fully, you know, researched and developed trick that had to be made from the ground up, and you're getting a really cool walk around that you can do with an AirTag. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. And João Miranda's name behind it, I think, ensures that you're gonna like the quality and appreciate what was put into it. So $100 at hocus-pocus.com, and I wanna thank Hocus Pocus for allowing me to have this so I could do the review for you. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Oh, hey, and one more thing. I know you've seen me in my videos wear this shirt a lot, the Magic Orthodoxy brand shirt. And I don't know if you know this, but this is not just a merch shirt. This is not just a shirt that has my brand. This is actually a magic trick. This is a magic reveal t-shirt that is available exclusively at my Teespring store. It was actually designed in Melbourne, Australia, and it is your 30-minute secret weapon, because it looks like a seemingly innocent vintage tee, but all over this are 6 different magic reveals. So you got ESP reveals, coins, cards, the toxic forces on here, even a movie, and a lot more. You can use this as the grand finale of your entire close-up act. It's available in maroon, black, and gray. And I have another YouTube video that completely explains how to do a reveal for each one of these tricks. So I actually have a magic tutorial for this t-shirt on my channel. So it's there. It tells you all about it if you want to learn more. Or you can just go down to any one of the graphics that are down there. That'll take you out to the Teespring store if you click one of those. And thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for all your support.